have not won in 16 years. That was the last time that they captured the U9 banner, and who was on that team but Alex Newhook, the NHLer from St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. The last year, the Celtics brought home the banner. This is Southern Shore's first game of this tournament. They did not play yesterday, so they made the drive in from the Irish Loop here today to take on the Celtics. They have opened up their tournament against the Celtics since 2017, and they have beaten them all but one time during that span, which is still a absolutely crazy statistic. So 6 minutes till game time here at the DF Barons Arena, as it is an unbelievable crowd for a game at 2 o'clock during a work day here on a Friday, but everybody leaving their work to take in some U9 action. As like I said, this is the funnest tournament of the year. This is one that I look forward to every season, and I'm so happy to be back here again, getting to miss my fourth period class to come call this game here today. And here's hoping it's going to be a dandy between two great organizations. Celtics in yesterday's game took out the Paradise Warriors by a score of 7-0. Kieran Manning, the captain, had 3 goals in that matchup, getting a hat trick to kick off his tournament. Charlie Branton with 2 goals, Felix Luca with 1, and a great game from the Avalon Celtics. The goaltender Kyle Cunningham won player of the game. Even though it was 7-0, he made some massive saves in that matchup, which honestly won the Celtics that game. He kept the momentum going the home team's way, and he was a well-deserved player of the game in yesterday's matchup. This Breakers team again this year, one of the favorites in this tournament. In a couple of preparation tournaments at Yetman's Arena, they were beating Tier 1 teams handily. So this is their tournament to win, but the Celtics looking to pick up a big victory here and end another long drought. Well, I've talked a lot about already the Celtics breaking some droughts. Well, yesterday, that was the Celtics' first win in the U9 Selects tournament in 2 tournaments. Last year, they tied a game against the Seabees, only scored 3 goals in that whole tournament, and picking up a win yesterday was their first win since their 3rd last game of the tournament in 2024, when Charles Martin scored a hat trick to beat the Conception Bay Seabees by a score of 7-5 that year in what was a barn burner matchup. That was the last game the Celtics won in this tournament. So this team has been quite the curse-busting squad, and they can break the biggest curse here today. That's the one against the Ghouls, Pacers, and the Southern Shore Breakers, in which they've lost 11 straight games against them. But those were past years, and this is now. As these teams, it's only 1 year, 1 weekend, so no returnees. A brand new squad, fresh faces looking to break the 11-game curse. As the Breakers get ready to take the ice for the first time this tournament. The first game of the Friday here at the U9 Selects tournament. Next up after this one is the Paradise Warriors Tier 1 squad taking on the Mount Pearl Blades, who won yesterday. Then it's Eagles and Warriors Tier 2 matchup at 4. Tier 1 Warriors back in action at 5 against the Renegades. At 6 o'clock, the Renegade Tier 2 team plays the Southern Shore Breakers. And at 7, the Mount Pearl Blades take on the St. John's Caps. Then tomorrow, probably the biggest and longest day of the U9 Selects tournament. It starts at 8 a.m. and ends at 5. First game is CBR 1 versus Northeast 1. The Caps play the Warriors next, and the Celtics and CBR Renegades 2 are in action tomorrow at 10 a.m. And I'll be on the call for that matchup, and as well as the Celtics game at 2 p.m. against the CBR Renegades. Again, this the funnest tournament of the year for me, my favorite that I do every season, so I'm happy to be back here at the DF Barnes Arena for another year. It's my 5th year calling the U9 Selects tournament, and I'm so honored to be a part of it again, as here come the Southern Shore Breakers. The gate is open as they have the home bench for this first matchup, so the Celtics dressing room just behind them. They're going to have to walk past that home bench and go all the way down to the visitors' bench for this matchup. Luckily, there's no intermissions in this game where they go off the ice. So the Breakers take the ice. For the first time this tournament, the 3-time defending champions looking to make it 4 here this season after they took out the Corner Brook Royals to win their 3rd straight last year. They have been a dynasty in this tournament, and they look to continue it. They made 5 straight finals. Again, another streak that they would love to keep going here this year. As here comes the home side, the Avalon Celtics with some loud fans. This is the curse-busting team. Broke a curse yesterday. 11-year wait to win their opening game of the tournament. And they did it last night. And now they got a chance to beat the Southern Shore Breakers for the first time since 2018 in this tournament. Well, that's the lineup for the Southern Shore Breakers. And now it's over to the host team. Well, both teams ready to go. Of course, the Celtics played yesterday and took down the Warriors by a score of 7-0. The last time the Southern Shore Breakers / Ghouls Pacers played, they won the championship last year by a score of 5-3 over the Corner Brook Royals. Well, now here we go. Breakers opening their tournament. Celtics looking to get a winning streak going here, as it's time for the opening face-off. Celtics versus Breakers live from the DF Barnes Arena. My name is Seth Hyde. Happy to have you joining us for another year of the U9 Selects tournament. As this comes back to Kieran Manning. Passed it to Malore. Just got away. Williams races after it. Martin going to get there first. Takes it back into his own end. Sam Martin pushes it up for Luca. Felix Luca just out of reach for him. Fanned on pass as Luca steps up, lays the body, and now it's out to center ice. Manning and O'Reilly in a foot race with each other. Manning gonna win that. Plays it off the boards. Luby just couldn't hold the line. Now here's a chance for the Celtics, and moving up is Felix Luca. Luca gets hooked from the back there. A great defensive play by the Breakers. Johnson just couldn't hold the line. Kieran Manning, the defenseman, all the way back, and now he gets it going. Kieran Manning had a hat trick yesterday. Brings it into the zone. Pulls up and shoots. It's kicked away. The rebound is still there. They score! Felix Luca opens the scoring for the Avalon Celtics. They have first blood against the Southern Shore Breakers. This is the first time the Avalon Celtics have led against the Breakers in a tournament since 2018. Felix Luca, 2 goals in 2 games, was banging away for the puck, and the Celtics are on the board, but not so fast. Walsh bringing it back in for the Breakers. Walsh to tie, and he's saved by Cunningham. Kyle Cunningham, the player of the game in yesterday's matchup, had a shutout in that game, as this has worked out front and almost cleared by Hunt, but it's kept in by Walsh. Walsh dancing back in, pumps the brakes and shoots, saved by Cunningham. Rebound is right there, but it's poked away by McPhee. The wraparound, and it somehow stayed out. Cunningham got across and shut the door, and it's still a 1-0 lead for the Celtics. And what a massive stop by the Celtics goaltender there, as there's another one on net. Cunningham went to cover it up. Branton will take it back. Branton's got it. Spinning away with the puck. Has it deep in his own end as Scott. She'll try to win it back for the Breakers. Branton takes it up. It's picked off. Here's Windsor. Gunning in on net. He shoots, and oh, it just went wide. Here's Bjarnason. Tried to clear the puck. Bjarnason still getting that out to Mills, and now it's pushed up to Branton. They'll get it out into neutral ice. Walsh with a beautiful move around Mills. Walsh brings it back into the zone. It's lost out at the blue line, and it is offsides against the Breakers with 7:59 to go in the opening period of the Breakers' first game of the tournament. Celtics top line back out there. It's Martin who's going to take it, pushes it through, and now he gets going. Sam Martin going down the near side. It's poked away by Galway, who didn't give up on that puck. Now he's going to win it back for the Breakers. Galway trying to clear the zone, kicks it to himself. Galway moving in, big poke by Manning, and a great defensive play from him. It's Malore who will drop it back. Kieran Manning resetting into his own end. Manning has it behind his own goal. And now he gets moving into neutral ice. Kieran Manning around from 3, Breakers. Now he's around 4. Manning moves in and shoots, and he's denied in net. A gorgeous, gorgeous stop in between the pipes from Fonce Kavanaugh. How about that first name? Here's Martin cutting away now. Sam Martin bringing it back into the zone for the Avalon Celtics. Martin got that poked away nicely by Oates. He's going to turn and try his luck as Lambert putting his body on the line to keep that one out. Aspel up to O'Reilly. O'Reilly gets going for the Southern Shore Breakers. This could be troublesome. O'Reilly one-on-one with Manning. Chafe the trailer. O'Reilly with the move around, and the game is tied. O'Reilly with a highlight reel goal, and the Southern Shore Breakers have their first goal of this tournament. What a beautiful, beautiful goal by Russell O'Reilly to get the party started for the Breakers, and he might just do it again. O'Reilly moving in with the puck. Beautiful move. He's in one-on-one, and he's got another goal. Russell O'Reilly, 2 goals in 1 shift, and the Breakers have the lead back again. Two shots from the stick of O'Reilly, 2 goals. And the narrative of this game has been flipped upside down, but here comes Connors moving in. Losing the puck, and O'Reilly gets moving again. Here comes Russell O'Reilly, flying in to complete a hat trick in the first period. O'Reilly's shot goes high and wide. Now it's around the boards for Connors. She chips it out. Here goes Pottle. Moving it ahead, it's Hunt now. McKenna Hunt moving it into the zone. It's back to O'Reilly. O'Reilly with lots of blank space ahead of him. O'Reilly for 3, he's got it! Russell O'Reilly, his 3rd goal of the game and of the first period. It's 3-1 for the Southern Shore Breakers. Well, the Russell O'Reilly show at the DF Barnes Arena. 3 massive goals from him on 1 shift. And this game has completely been turned around. Brenton tried to push it through. Windsor will win it back, and he moves in for the Breakers. Windsor to Scott. Scott with the shot. She scores! Puts it up past the glove. And it's 4-1 for the Southern Shore Breakers. They have turned it right around. What a gorgeous shot by Rachel Scott. And the Breakers have got 4 goals in the last minute in this matchup, as Branton will win the draw, looking to get something going for the Celtics. Walsh makes a big play. But Johnson couldn't get it back. Walsh steamrolling through. Walsh still with the puck. Raston with a big play. Takes it and passes it to Branton. Branton has it in his own zone. He's away from 2 Breakers. Can Branton do it for the Celtics? Branton still pushing in. He's got Mills as an option, but is poked away by Walsh, who has been fantastic for the Breakers so far. Now Fahy, the only one back for the Celtics. What can he do? He gets it away for the time being as White goes in the corner, throws it back in front off the side of the net. Here's Branton with it now. Branton looking for the outlet pass, tried to get it to Raston. O'Keefe turning around, he puts that on net, but Johnson will push that away as Windsor will get it in the far corner. Windsor with Walsh out high. Windsor elects to do it himself, finds the space, has the room, and it's stopped in net. Big save by Kyle Cunningham, who's faced some tough shots so far in this matchup. As the Avalon Celtics put back out their first line with 5:03 to go in the first period, looking to get back in this game. Well, if the Breakers can score 4 in a minute, I think the Celtics have plenty of time to get back in this hockey game, and it starts with the face-off win from Martin. Sam Martin, whose brother Charles played for the Celtics in the 2024 U9 Select Tournament. He was snake-bitten for the first 2 games, but then the floodgates were open when he finally scored against the Seabees. And he won the U11A Provincials with the Caps this year. So Martin looking to equal the score with his brother and win the U9 tournament. Passed up the ice for Chafe. Galway behind the defense. McPhee making a big play to dump it in. Now it's worked back out for Galway. It comes to center ice. Luca will hustle hard. He got the only goal for the Celtics so far as he gave that to Malore, and it's pushed through. Sam Martin with some room. He can't get the shot up, but he gets it back. It comes in front for Luca, and what a big defensive play by Lander in front of the net to clear it for the Southern Shore Breakers, and now away they go. Here's a chance for Chafe. He got Galway with him. Martin couldn't get the puck back as the Celtics will clear it out to neutral ice, and it's Lambert. Back in, Hunt will take over. Celtics changing. Hunt will just get enough on that one to clear it out, and Lambert looks to take it right back in. Lambert nearly getting the puck stripped by Martin. He turns and shoots. A big block by Sam Martin. Now it's given away in front, and a big play by Kieran Manning with the help of his assistant captain, Sam Martin. Celtics going to work. Looking to get one back here. It's Kieran Manning just staying on side. Manning with some gorgeous moves. He still got the puck, but the shot was blocked in front by Jackson Frizzle. Now Johnston tried to get it. Up the other way come the Breakers. Manning hustling back. Luby bringing it in on goal, and the shot goes just wide. Swung right around the boards. O'Reilly will hold the line nicely. It's down for Manning. Kieran Manning has it in his own end. Luby making a big play as Manning shuffles it out. Frizzle will dump it back in. Here's Luby. Makes the move. Williams jumps out in front. Luby has it down low. Tried to pass it. Intercepted by Manning. And it's Kieran Manning looking to take flight again. Manning trying to shake free of three Breakers, but he just lost the puck to Luby, who brings it back in for the visitors. Luby taking it in. A big defensive play by Pottle as Manning will swing this around. Nasaru just couldn't get the clear. O'Reilly will keep it in. O'Reilly with a hat trick in this first period. Beauty moves. He's in on goal. Goes between the legs, and he's denied by Cunningham. Pushed back out to the blue line. Breakers have the puck. It's Frizzle making his way in. It's a backdoor pass. Good look by Frizzle. Broken up by Johnston. Out to Lewis. He'll keep it in. It goes to Manning. Here comes Kieran Manning. O'Reilly will take that away from him. O'Reilly trying to push it loose. It's Connors now. Gave that away. Branton is there for the Celtics as O'Reilly heads to the bench for the Breakers. His first shift of this game that he hasn't scored. That's a pretty impressive statistic as Branton takes it up the other way. 1:45 to go in the first period. Branton was almost through, but Windsor made the big defensive play. Fahy, the only Celtic back. He's one-on-one with Windsor, who winds and weaves. He gets brought down by Fahy, and the Celtics will head to the box. It's a tripping call as Fahy heads into the sin bin for 2 minutes with 1:32 to go in the first period. Windsor loses the draw to Mills. It's pushed in on net. Cunningham with the save, and Scott just missing the goal there. Here's Branton now, trying to take it up himself. He got Mills with him. Branton still holding onto the puck. Mills is an option. He puts the puck into the corner as Bjarnason will go after it. Mills couldn't grab it. Comes out to the point. Reston will hold the line, but it's pushed out and away they go. Here's Walsh moving on in. Walsh around Branton. Gorgeous pass. Scores! It's a power play goal for Windsor, and it's 5 for the Breakers in the first period. Exactly 1 minute to go in the first period, and the Breakers grow their lead to 4 over the Avalon Celtics in this first period of play. Face-off back at center. Still 21 minutes of hockey left to play, so this game is far from over. But the Breakers in the driver's seat right now as Martin brings it in for the Avalon Celtics. He takes the shot, and it's knocked away by Kavanaugh, but it went in. It hit the backboards, and Sam Martin has his first goal of the tournament. He's got bragging rights over his brother Charles. It took Charles 3 games, Sam 2. So now he can have something over his brother here. Celtics get one back. But the Breakers, they're not a team that's going to give up easy. Gave up the first goal, scored 5 unanswered. Celtics got to keep pushing, but the Breakers aren't going to let up. It's Chafe passing it up. It's Galway now. Galway snowshoeing in. Beautiful play by Hunt to get the puck. She tries to clear it. Also a good soccer player for the St. John's Soccer Association. Here's Felix Luca. He'll clear the zone. The Celtics try to get it as it's Galway. Gave that to Chafe. And now Martin will kick it to himself. He got 20 seconds to make something happen. Sam Martin across the top. Around a spell. Martin's shot is kicked away by Kavanaugh. What a gorgeous save by the goaltender of the Breakers. Now it's moved out to center ice. Martin hustling hard to get back. Hunt looking to make the big play. Breakers will stay onside and shoot the puck just wide of the net. Now it's Russell O'Reilly. Minimal time left, and he is going to run out of time. Well, if you like goals, that was the first period for you. It's a 5-2 lead for the Southern Shore Breakers, but the Celtics far from out of this game just yet.
Hello, everybody. We have a parking issue up in the school, and the following cars be moved at the bus stop. There's a Ford F-150, bus plate CFC 802. There's a Trailblazer, bus plate JNA 855. A Honda Pilot, white, JPT 450. CRV, JJL.
So Celtics looking to pull off what would be an incredible comeback here in this game. As the Breakers, that second line has been absolutely incredible. Russell O'Reilly, 3 shots, 3 goals in this game for him. And then he gets followed up by his line mate Rachel Scott, who went down and picked the corner. And that's been the story of that first period, is that line that's out there right now, as they look to do more damage to the Celtics here in this second period. But again, Celtics aren't going to go away easy. So 20 minutes of hockey left to go as we get ready to play our second period. And Connors coming out to get ready for the face-off. In the pink helmet, O'Reilly in the black helmet, and we are underway for this second period of play. O'Reilly taking it in, staying onside just barely. Gorgeous pass to the front of the net, just out of reach of Luby. 12 seconds into the second period. Manning will step up. We'll pass this out to the point. Frizzle holds the line. He puts the shot on, tipped away by Cunningham. Now it's O'Reilly looking to work his magic, puts the shot on, scores! Luby at the back door, and it's a 6th for the Southern Shore Breakers. Well, the Celtics with their work cut out for them here in this second period. As a massive goal by Luby to shift the momentum back to the Breakers, as Branton, not giving up, goes up against O'Reilly. He has it in his own end. O'Reilly moving up ice. Now he's in the neutral zone. O'Reilly in the Celtics territory for his 4th goal of the game, and he scores! O'Reilly gets his 4th. And it's 7 for the Southern Shore Breakers. Well, O'Reilly working his magic again. And he's got 4 goals and 2 assists in this matchup so far for 6 points. Branton, lovely work off the draw. Bjarnson taking it in now, looking to push it through. It heads into the corner. Mills and Bjarnson, a joint effort to try to get this puck back for the Celtics. All the way around for O'Keefe. O'Keefe trying hard. Raston, what a great play from him. Lost the puck to Scott. Scott moving on in. Brenton with the big play. And two Celtics colliding there as O'Keefe stops, waits, takes, and a big save by Cunningham. Seeing that with X-ray goggles to make that save. Mills now out to the point. Walsh winds up and shoots, and it bounces just wide of the net. Here's White. Moves it across, just out of reach for Scott. Walsh with the shot, and a beautiful glove hand save. Kyle Cunningham flashing the leather lobster and keeping this a 7-2 game. Face off one out. Aspel couldn't get it. Luka trying to force it out of the zone. Martin scoops in and gets the puck. Sam Martin still pushing through. Aspel makes the big play. The puck is bobbled. Malloy and Martin. The M&M connection trying to get that puck back for the Celtics. Malloy with a big play. Luka slaps it into the corner. Bounce out front and a big poke by Kavanaugh to shut the door. Martin was all alone in front of the net as he gets it back. Fan on the backhand into the zone. It comes out to center ice, and it's Hunt who takes it. Hunt moving it back in. Aspel will take it out, and he gets moving. Aspel with speed. Martin the forward. Back on defense here as Hunt makes the big breakup, and McPhee will try to clear the puck. McPhee pushing it out to center ice. Lambert gets stripped. Here's Martin. Sam Martin moving in, looking for the shot, and he fanned on it again, and a big block by Lambert helped keep that puck out of the net. Martin tries to win it back for the Celtics. It's Chafe. He's got it, pass it up. Lambert with the backhand clear, and Kieran Manning right on the puck. Here's Manning, 3 goals yesterday. Manning still battling. Celtics offsides as Manning took it in. They had trouble changing with 7:01 to go in the second period. It's a 7-2 lead for the Southern Shore Breakers, who look to capture their 4th straight U9 Selects title. O'Reilly will win it back to Frizzle. Arid pass will cause a foot race between Lewis and Nassaro. Back up the middle it goes, it's Luby. Moving in, he's got some options. Luby with the puck, big step by Kieran Manning. Manning takes a glance over his shoulder. O'Reilly picks up the puck and takes a high shot just up over the net. Here's Pottle now for the Celtics. Sends this down the ice. This will go on net, so no icing against the Celtics there, as the Breakers are going to elect to move the puck. Over to Luby. Luby bringing it up the ice for the Breakers. Passes it off. Given away. Johnston just couldn't grab it as it's Lewis across the top. Gave that away. Kieran Manning couldn't find it. Now he gets it himself. Manning lifting the stick of Williams. He'll swing this right around the boards. It's Nassaro now. Out to center for Pottle. And Pottle to Connors. Back to Pottle again. Pottle moves it over. It's Nassaro now. On his forehand. Dropped it back to Pottle. Pottle tried to push it to the front of the net and it was given away. And now O'Reilly up the other way. Around one, it's him and Manning. O'Reilly wins the race. He's in, and he's denied by Cunningham. Huge, huge save by the netminder. Has been so clutch for the Celtics so far. And now their captain takes it up the other way. Kieran Manning with the shot just wide of the net. Branton tries to keep the puck in. O'Reilly battling hard with him. Branton won it. Connors in there, pushes it down low. Branton, the only Celtic in after the puck, tries to wrap it around, and he's stopped by Luby at the last second. And now here come the Breakers. It's Luby leading the charge, finds Lewis. Lewis is in with the puck, look for the return pass, and it was given away. Here's Branton up the other side. O'Reilly, the big back check from him to win the puck back for the Southern Shore Breakers with 4:53 to go in the second period. O'Reilly with it in his own end. Bringing it up into neutral ice now. O'Reilly with the moves, looked for the pass. Gave it over to Windsor, who winds and weaves in. There's the shot and another save by Kyle Cunningham. Shutting the door in a big way there for the Celtics to keep the comeback dream alive. So goaltending change here. Fonz Kavanaugh coming out of the net. Definitely a front runner for best name of the tournament so far. And Connor O'Reilly into the net for the Breakers. So a great game from Kavanaugh. And O'Reilly comes in to see what he can do for his squad. Picked up, it's Windsor. Pass nearly clearing the zone. White doing a good job to swing the puck over for Scott. Scott lost that in the foot of Luka. Now it's Martin. Takes it up the other way himself. Martin, beautiful moves. Sam Martin still's got it, but Windsor with the steal right there, and now he's going to take it up the other way himself. Windsor 1v3 against the Celtics. Put the shot on just wide of the net. It bounced back out. Martin will take it back up the other way for the host team. Martin losing it. It's Windsor. Getting stripped of the puck by Martin. Sam Martin maintaining possession, turning, trying to get it out as he's pinned in his own end here. Doing everything he can to take it. Windsor battles with him. McPhee popping out to the front of the net. Luka tried to clear. Walsh with the shot, and what a save again. Kyle Cunningham. He has kept the Celtics in it in the second period with some massive, massive saves. Now it's out in front for White, and again it's Cunningham with the save. Unbelievable stuff. Walsh with the shot, and it's kicked away again. Kyle Cunningham is superhuman. 3 huge stops, and he's not done yet. Another one deflected away by the goaltender. Here's White from the side, pushes it back in front, just out of reach of Scott. Out to the point for Walsh. His shot goes just wide of the net. Now can Sam Martin lift the stick? Martin to Hunt. Hunt pushing it out to center ice. Still trying to get it. Windsor will take it back in. He breaks free. Windsor one-on-one. Save by Kyle Cunningham. What a stop by the goaltender, giving the Celtics fans something to be proud of in this matchup. And they're not done yet. Cunningham again. Oh my goodness. He is standing on his head as the Celtics try to clear the puck. Hunt looks to give the push. Celtics still can't clear the zone. Windsor storms back in with the puck, trying to shake loose. Windsor one-on-one, and Cunningham makes the save. Here's Luka on net. Big stop, 2 big saves. Kyle Cunningham keeping the puck out of the net still for the Avalon Celtics with 2:08 to go, and the Celtics fans are on their feet applauding their goaltender. Face-off one, Chafe tried to get the shot off. Pottle attempting to clear. It's Galway losing it. Pottle can't clear the zone as Oates will hold the line. Goes back into Kieran Manning. Manning away from 2. Still got it. Nassaro will take over but lost it. Makes its way back to the captain as Lambert storms in. Here's a spell. Pushed back out to Galway. Dumped in for a spell just out of reach of him. Pushed out now to the point as the Breakers keep it in. It's Galway. Battling with Manning. Swings this down low. It's Pottle with Johnston. Manning will win it back. Kieran Manning with a nifty move. Kicks it to himself. He gets going. Manning looking to find the space, find the room, find the light for the Celtics. It's Manning moving on in, staying on side. Kieran Manning still, and he hit the crossbar. What a great rush by the captain. Just couldn't ring the twine there. He was close. That was the first shot O'Reilly has faced since coming into the net, and not an easy one at that, as it's dumped in by Manning. Delayed offsides here. Celtics got to clear the zone. Kieran Manning collects it for the Celtics. 45 seconds left in the second period. A spell picks the pocket. Now Raston. Over to Branton. Branton looking for one last gasp here for the Celtics. Branton one-on-one. Looks to get the shot off. Branton shoots. Scores! scores! It's Branton, and the Celtics have cut the lead to 4. Branton not giving up on that puck, and he fired the shot on net, and maybe, just maybe, some life for the host team. Face-off won through by the Southern Shore Breakers. It's O'Reilly looking for a buzzer beater tally. He shoots, he scores! O'Reilly's 5th goal of the game restores the Breakers' 5-goal lead. Here's O'Reilly. 7-point game for number 7 here this afternoon. As it's moved in, Lewis lost that. The Breakers will stay on side there as Frizzle gets it at center ice. 5 seconds to go. Luby looking for another rush here for the Breakers. Got to get the shot off quickly. 2 seconds and 1. He passed it across. Love the teamwork vision right there to try to set up his teammate. But just running out of time. It's 8-3 for the Breakers, heading into this second intermission and the final intermission of this matchup. So Celtics looking for an improbable comeback here in the third period, but it's not impossible. And I'd like to take this time to talk about the Jamie Hines Memorial Grit Award. This is going to be the 3rd year we award it at the U9 Selects tournament. And this award is in memory of an incredible man, my best friend Cole Hines' father, Jamie, who was an incredible athlete while he was with us. And his favorite memory with his son Cole was this U9 Selects tournament. And when Jamie unfortunately passed away with multiple myeloma in June of 2021, we wanted to honor the man and the athlete that Jamie was. And the Grit Award doesn't look for the best player, the one that lights the lamp the most. It looks for the best team player, the one that plays for the logo on the front and not the name on the back, the one that gets just as excited for his teammates to score as he would for him or herself. It's about being a team leader. It's about being a team player. It's about being a hard worker, because that's the man and that's the father that Jamie was. So we will award that on Sunday. Every team gets a nominee, but just 2 winners, one from the Abby Newhook division and one from the Alex Newhook division. As we're underway, Martin trying to kickstart this comeback. O'Reilly with a big move. Looking to get another one here, but he is caught off sides. Just 13 seconds into the third period. Pass down the ice on the tape of O'Reilly. Williams will swing it in. It's Hunt and McPhee, the 2 defense who have it deep in their own end. Hunt with the swing around the boards. It's Luby to the front of the net to O'Reilly. O'Reilly with the pass to Williams. Now it comes to Walsh. Scores! Walsh with a whip of a shot to make this a 9-3 lead for the Breakers. And O'Reilly has got his 8th point of the game. Connors doing some beautiful work for the Celtics. It was just stripped away as Kieran Manning takes it back in now. Manning flies down the side, but he is caught off sides with 9:13 to play.
Breakers goal, scored by number 22, Cameron Walsh.
Connors won the face-off, but Scott is going to step in and take over. Pottle tried to push it through. Comes out to Pottle again at the red line. Now it's Johnston. Johnson with the pass ahead. Given away to Oates, who pumps the brakes. Lost now to Pottle. And the Celtics try to dump it in. Breakers will clear just barely. What a nice pass. Kieran Manning, the only player back for the Celtics as he has it. Manning moving it up. Beautiful moves from him. He gets going. Manning pushes it through, but just can't move around Windsor. But he nearly got it back there as Connors steps up for the puck, but just got it stripped as it's passed ahead. But this is going to be icing against the Breakers just before the red line. 8:23 to go in this third period of play. Breakers with the 9-3 lead. The Celtics not quitting, as goal differential, of course, does matter in this tournament. It does stop at 5, I believe. So once you have a 5 goal differential, that is when it stops. So the Celtics right now are even because they had 7 against the Warriors in last night's game. So no matter how many more they let in here this afternoon, they will still be even on the stats table. Branton tried to sneak through. Galway takes it back in. Raston couldn't get the puck back for the Celtics as Aspel turns, shoots, and a big save by Cunningham with 7:56 to play in this third period. The defending 3-time champions looking to add a 4th to their legacy and to hang up the banner in the Ken Williams Arena in the Southern Shore. Face-off, one out to the point. Lewis passes it off. Branton, the most recent goal scorer for the Celtics, looks to get it. Pushed out to Bjarnason, and she'll clear the puck. Bjarnason with Icelandic roots, hence her last name. As the Breakers take it back into the zone once again, it's a spell. Moving in himself, fires, and it's saved by Cunningham. And the play blown dead here with 7:29 to go in the third period. Face-off one here by the Celtics. It's Martin moving up the other way. Martin one-on-one with Walsh. Walsh kicked that ahead. Walsh, nifty move. Keeps it moving, pushing it out to center ice. McPhee lost the puck. Here's O'Reilly. O'Reilly gunning in. O'Reilly fires, and it's saved by Cunningham. O'Reilly almost had his 9th point of the game. Here's Malore. Gave that to McPhee. All the way around the boards, it's Walsh. Turns, shoots, a tip by O'Reilly just wide of the net. Here's White now. Threw it back in front. Cunningham had it covered, but O'Reilly fished it loose. Pass it out to White. Now Luby. Luby, gorgeous move from him. Even better pass to Williams, and he just shoots it wide of the net. And O'Reilly again, holding onto the puck across the top. Finding the space, finding the room, makes the pass, and a big breakup by Martin, and it comes across, but it's in the back of the net. And not sure who scored that one. Was it Luby or Williams? But it is 10 for the Breakers with 6:21 to play. Scott moves it up to O'Keefe. O'Keefe now to Windsor, and here they come again. Windsor across, shoots, and a stop by Cunningham. Now it's Kieran Manning looking to get on the board. Manning deep in his own end with 6 minutes left to play. Couldn't quite get the puck out there as Windsor brings it back in for the Breakers. Windsor's in, and he's stopped by Cunningham, who's made at least 30 saves in this matchup. And Kieran Manning is heading to the box here for 2 minutes. So a Breakers power play coming up. Shot goes on net. Cunningham tried to dive on the puck. It's fished loose, and Scott just missing the open cage there. She's been all over the ice in this afternoon's matchup. As it's back out to Oates. Oates lost it to Pottle. What a penalty-killing effort by Pottle as he takes it up himself. Windsor makes a massive defensive play as he takes it up the other way. Pottle tried to get the puck, but he is heading to the box here. It's a slashing call against him, and now a 5-on-3 power play for the Southern Shore Breakers.
Celtics penalty to number 97, Goodman, 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike.
Branton will push it through. Now Fahy. He'll clear the zone. Frizzle takes it back for the Breakers. Frizzle moving it in himself. He takes the shot and it goes just wide of the net. Now it came back to Chafe. Lost to Branton. Aspel turning and shooting. Blocked by Branton. As Fahy has it. Here's Branton with it behind his own goal. Branton twisting and turning away. Taking it up the other side now. Branton still moving along with the puck. Branton might just do it himself. Short-handed here. He takes the shot. He scores! Branton, a short-handed tally. And the Celtics have their 4th goal of the game. Branton with a solo job. Put a low, hard shot through the 5-hole, and it's 10-4 as the Celtics keep trying to pull off an improbable comeback. Branton, big play. Branton might do it again. Branton still with the puck, and he's got it still, and he still has it. Branton with the puck on a string, just losing it to Luby with a wonderful effort from him. Now it's back out to center for Martin, who dumps it in deep. Here's O'Reilly. O'Reilly, 9 points in this game, looking for 10. He takes it in, but just lost it there. And it's Martin who will flip this all the way down the ice. Well, these are the tiny wins for the Celtics in this matchup. Despite this score might be a bit out of reach, these last couple minutes, they have been playing exceptional in this game. As Walsh, beauty pass, O'Reilly shoots and a big save. Cunningham shutting the door once again. Pass ahead to Branton. Manning calling for the puck. He's going to try to push it to him. Branton just couldn't get it through the sea of humanity in white jerseys as Luby brings it back in for the Breakers. Pulls back with the puck. Now it's O'Reilly versus Manning. O'Reilly around one. O'Reilly still gets brought down to ground. Put the shot on from behind the net as Branton. And now Manning. Manning up the other way. We're back to even strength. Manning just can't get loose here. A delayed penalty coming up for the Breakers as this is dumped in for icing. And for the first time this game, the Avalon Celtics are on the power play. So O'Reilly completing quite the minor hockey Gordie Howe hat trick, which is a penalty, an assist, and a goal. 5 goals, 4 assists, and a penalty in this game for that kid. How about that for a stat line? Pushed over for Mills. Now it's Connors who tries to win it back. Connors not giving up on the puck. She really doesn't quit. Given away to Oates, and Oates is in for the Breakers. Oates to score short-handed, and he puts it just wide of the net. Here's Lambert now. Mills tries to clear the puck. It's Johnston. Lost to Windsor. Windsor and now Mills. Mills spinning back into his own end. It's Connors. Looks to push it free. Here's Johnston. Lost it. Windsor tries to turn and shoot. Still working hard with the puck. Windsor not giving up. Backhands it on, and a save by Cunningham with 2:23 to go in the third period. Here's Malor. Gave that puck across. There's a shot, and it hit the crossbar and went out the other side. What a chance there for the Southern Shore Breakers. 55 seconds to go on the O'Reilly penalty. As O'Keefe has got it. He'll flip it into the zone. Martin takes it behind his own goal. Away goes Sam Martin. Pass that ahead, just away from Luca. Here's Galway. Galway winds and weaves. Galway pass to the fence, but stopped by Martin as Fahy will attempt to clear it out, but Lewis will hold the line. Played back into the zone. It's Fahy who gets it again. Fahy swings it right around. It's Lewis. Takes, shoots, deflected by Fahy. A big block from him. Now Galway tries to put it in front. What a kick save by Cunningham as this makes its way to the point. Here's Frizzle. Beauty move. Frizzle on his backhand, and he puts it high and wide. 1:18 to go. O'Reilly getting ready to come out of the penalty box. It's sent down low to O'Keefe. Sneaks out in front of the net to stop by Cunningham as they're banging away for the puck. O'Keefe still digging against 4 Avalon Celtics, and finally Martin will come in and take over and maybe look for one more goal with 1 minute left. Sam Martin has got one in the game already. A delayed penalty against the Southern Shore Breakers once again. Martin tried to shoot, fanned on it, and with 52.1 to go in the game, the Celtics will get another try on the power play. It's O'Keefe heading to the box. Branton will win the face-off. Nassaro tried to get the shot off, just couldn't get it through the crowd. Walsh up the other way. 2-on-1 rush. A spell is in front of the net, calling for it, but it was just out of reach for him. As the clock starts to wind down, it's Chafe dumping it back into the zone. Branton to Kieran Manning. Away goes Kieran Manning with some speed, trying to find the back of the net. He hit the crossbar earlier. He wants his goal, and he almost got it right there as O'Reilly made the save. A collision there in front of the net. All parties okay with 18.6 to go in the third period. Going to be cleared right down the ice with 15 seconds to go. Cunningham out of his net to give the push to Kieran Manning, who looks for a buzzer beater to just try to give the Celtics one more thing to cheer about, and it's offsides against them with 5.8 to go in the third period. Branton will win it. Looks to get the shot off, just can't. And for the 12th straight game at the U9 Selects tournament, the Southern Shore Breakers will take the victory by a score of 10-4 over the Avalon Celtics. Well, what a great showing from both teams. I think if these two meet again in the playoffs, it'll be definitely a much, much closer game. Breakers open up their tournament with a win and continue their winning streak at the U9 Selects tournament. They have not lost a game since 2022. How about that for a stat? But Celtics, again, great showing. They didn't give up until the final buzzer, and that says a lot about this team and about this Minor Hockey Association. There's no quit in the Celtics, but the Breakers with a well-deserved victory here this afternoon getting to pip off school, come in, play a bit of hockey. No complaints about that, in my opinion, as we get ready for our Player of the Game awards.
Avalon Celtics, number 17, Charlie Brand.
What a great pick. Charlie Branton had 2 goals in the matchup and a phenomenal game. He's the Celtics' leading scorer in the tournament now after scoring 2.
And the player of the game for the Celtics Breakers, number 7, Russell O'Reilly.
And Russell O'Reilly, a 9-point afternoon for him. No shockers there for the Player of the Games, but what a great game from everybody on the ice here this afternoon. This was a real treat to watch. Some great up-and-coming players here at the DF Barnes Arena. The future of the NHL right here on the ice in the PWHL, right in front of your eyes. This is one of the most skilled U9 tournaments that we have seen in a long time. Well, folks, thank you very much for tuning in to this one. We're going to be back in action tomorrow at 10 a.m. when the Celtics take on the CBR Renegades. Then we're on the call at 1 p.m. when the Celtics face the Northeast Eagles. So we'll see you tomorrow for a big day of hockey from the DF Barnes Arena. Make sure you're kind to one another. Stay safe, and we will see you tomorrow for Super Saturday.
Okay, folks, we're back for the Paradise Outpool game here in the Abbey Newhook division. I am not Steph High. We are going to try our best to give everyone an update on this game as we move along here in the 2026 version of the Exile U9 Invitational. We're day 2, 3 p.m. game in the Abbey Division, Melfro Blades. And over here on our left, the Paradise Warriors, number 1 team. So we'll have a couple minutes to warm up and we'll be underway. So stick around, folks. We will take a break and back with lots more hockey here at the GF Arena for the 2026 Exile U9 Invitational.